Hey guys, Flickify here and welcome to another career mode player review. Today we're going to be looking at Gedion Zelalem, and this review was requested by Chalupa Juana. So if you guys have any players in particular that you want me to be taking a look at and reviewing, make sure you let me know down in the comment section below. And as well, if you guys can leave a like on this video, it'll help continue to show your support on this series. That would be greatly appreciated. But with that said, let's get into the review. At the start of career mode, Zelalem begins with a value of $325. But one thing I will add on to that is I have inquired about him before, and Arsene Wenger has been willing to give him up for even cheaper than that. So what I would recommend doing is inquiring about him and see what they have to say. You might be able to pick him up for cheaper than his current value, but he does show great potential at the start of career mode, so that's fantastic. And if we move on to his player information, he is 17 years old, 5'11", 139 pounds, plays the center mid position, right-footed, medium work rates, 4-star weak foot, and 3-star skills. So good stuff right there. You can do the basic skill moves like the roulettes, and he's got a pretty nice weak foot on him. But if we move on to his traits and specialties, there's none to talk about at the start. He does manage to grow a few at the end of career mode, but overall his attributes are pretty strong and pretty well rounded. 71 acceleration and 76 agility is pretty good for a 63 overall player, and he's got decent on the ball stats. But let's move on ahead and see what his stats look like when he's 30. As you can see, Zelalem grows into an 82 overall player with a value of 17.5 million, approximately 17 million more than what he started at. So some good growth from him right there, and for an investment that is pretty much next to nothing, he grows into a very nice player and doesn't grow to have any traits, but he does manage to pick up the playmaker specialty, which is perfect for his position because that is how I played him. He creates chances. He doesn't really finish the chances too well, but he sets them up very nicely. And if we take a look now at his attributes, they grow across the board, more so in his technical attributes than anything. His physical attributes don't grow too much, but to be completely honest, his physical attributes are pretty nice. 75 pace is really all you need for a center mid. And I wouldn't recommend playing him at the center attacking mid just because he's not quick enough and he doesn't have the best finishing. But if you look at his passing and ball control, they're all in the 90s. 93 long passing, 97 short passing. That's impressive for a center mid. But let's move on to the goals and I'll talk about his pros and cons. So as the goals go on in the background, I want you guys to keep in mind that I'm going to be talking about him as a center mid and not as a center attacking mid or a center defensive mid. So I think his best attribute and his best traits are his passing. Both the short and long passing, they're in the upper 90s. And he really does fit well into the center mid position because he creates so many opportunities for the players around him. Moving on to one of his cons, it would have to be his finishing. Although that was a pretty nice finish right there, the keeper did make a mess of the situation. And he just didn't have the best finishing overall. And one more con that he does have is his set pieces. They're not very nice. I think his best one is in the 70s, which compared to some of the other players I've looked at, that is not the strongest. Somehow he had the ability to create a lot of penalties. There you can see he's blatantly fouled. And he did manage to put the ones the way that he did have. But overall, I will give him a 9 out of 10 rating at the center mid position, and I really enjoyed him as a player, and definitely one of the more promising U.S. international players. But hope you guys have enjoyed the review today, and if you have any players in mind that you want me to review next, make sure you let me know down in the comment section below, and of course, leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Till next time, this has been Flickify. I'll be talking to y'all again soon.